Solo, a Star Wars story. Starring Alan Edridge, Woody Harrelson, Amelia Clarke, and Donald Glover, alias Childish Gambino. It was good. Don't let my facial expressions change that. It was good. It just wasn't as good as I thought. You know, it was like getting a nice, cool, refreshing drink of iced tea, but you were expecting a Coca-Cola. So you got good. You were just expecting better. They did a lot of character development. They took a story that's been around for a really long time, and they gave some good backstory. They were like, hey, how'd this happen? Why is this going on? What's this? How'd these two get together? Why is he carrying that gun? His last name, Solo, that's odd. Where'd that come from? All of these questions are answered, and that's the coolest. It brings up a lot of familiar characters. And a lot of them that are not familiar, like Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson's character is paramount to this movie. He's the guy that's teaching Solo how to be the Solo that you and I know. And you can hear him saying, oh, well, do this, but don't do that, but do this, but don't do that. It would be like a development where a guy was talking to Bruce Wayne and was like, you look good in black. And you're like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. It was that kind of a thing. They actually show the Kessel Run. And if you're a Star Wars fan, you know he always brags about making the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs. I don't know what that means as far as time, but I'm pretty sure it's fast. So he does it in just over half the time that it takes other people to do it. And they show that. They show how he wins his prized possession, the ship. It shows how he wins and he meets Lando Calrissian. It shows how he and Chewbacca meet. It explains how he speaks to Chewbacca and nobody really knows what he's saying but him. It explains all of that. Talks about Chewie being old, like almost 200 years old. That was odd. They give a good idea of how strong Chewbacca is and his people, because he meets some of his people in here. Again, it wasn't as good as I was expecting. It was a good story. It was a good character development and everything. For a Star Wars movie, you just expected more. I just expected more. And I didn't get more. I think Donald Glover did a great job developing, the mystery of Billy Dee, Eldon did a good job with Solo, but I just felt that Billy Dee, when I looked at him, or Lando, when I looked at him, I saw Billy Dee. I didn't think I was going to, because I was like, come on, man, it's Billy Dee. You can't get anybody to play that. You can't beat Billy Dee. But he did it. Had all his capes and everything, and it was pretty good. He was one of the better parts of the movie. It almost didn't feel like a Star Wars movie because of the lack of like lightsabers and other things that you would see that are characteristic for a Star Wars movie. When you think of Star Wars movies, there's certain things that you think about. Most of those things were not in this movie, but it seems like they've set up for another one. So you expect there to be a second movie. And I stayed until it was sweeping the floors, and there's no Easter egg in this. It's a Disney movie, you know, Marvel, Disney, you kind of expect it, but nope. Didn't have it. So, I mean, like I said, I liked the movie, but I think other movies like Black Panther, The Avengers, Deadpool, the superhero movies, it's tough coming out doing a movie when the superhero movies are hitting the screens. You're going to get crushed. And I don't think, even though this is a Star Wars movie, I don't think that it's going to have the movie power that some of these other ones are having. So I think it's going to be a moderate showing. We'll see. Who knows? I don't. I'm guessing, but we shall see. Overall, I give this movie 6 bags of popcorn. Yeah, 6. And that's what I think about it. But have you seen it? Do you like it? What was your favorite Star Wars movie? Who has the coolest lightsaber? Let's talk about that in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.